Hi Washington County Free Library fans, and welcome to the A to Z World Food Tour. Today we're going to be cooking etouffee, which is a classic New Orleans recipe and a great tie-in to the Fletcher Book Club series.
As with all of the other recipes that will be featured in the A to Z World Food series, every recipe can be found on the A to Z World Food database, which is located in our research databases on the library's website. Once you get to the A to Z World Food database, you'll click on the United States. This will take you to the full page of recipes. You'll want to go to the main courses. Once there, you'll scroll down. Since they are in alphabetical order, you'll want to get to the E's. Once we get there, we'll find etouffee, which is right here. Click on that, and it's going to give us all of the information about the recipe, including prep time, cook time, ingredients, any special dietary restrictions, and the directions. This recipe is also a great tie-in to the Fletcher Book Club's September choice, which is The Yellow House by Sarah M. Broom. This is a memoir about what it's like to grow up in New Orleans, especially after Hurricane Katrina hit. We'll start by discussing some of the ingredients that are needed for this recipe. You'll need half a cup of butter, green onions, white onions, and garlic, flour of your choice, parsley, crawfish tails, a half a cup of water, salt, pepper, and I'm also adding Cajun seasoning for a little extra kick.
So my skillet is getting warmed up. The first thing I'm going to do is put in half a cup of butter. I know that's a lot of butter, but the butter will melt into the skillet slowly. What we're waiting for is for it to come to a nice, bubbly, aromatic smell. And as you can see, we're starting to get those bubbles. So now I'm going to add in the 2 tablespoons of flour. I use almond flour because a lot of my loved ones are gluten-free. Won't affect your recipe at all. You're just gonna lightly sprinkle that in there. 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. And then you're just gonna really carefully whisk that around slowly into the butter. You just want to make sure you keep stirring it so it doesn't burn. Okay, once it starts turning that brown color, you want to add in your onions and your garlic. You can do this slowly. skillet should be set to medium-high heat. And we're just going to let these saute for about 10 minutes in that nice golden brown roux that we have. Alright, so these have been sauteing for about 5 minutes now, so it is time to add in our next set of ingredients, which is the crawfish tails. So, we have them already pre-peeled. These were steamed ahead of time, so they are already a little bit pink, which is okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in here. They do have fat on the tails, which is going to seep into the saute, add a little bit of flavor in there. Once these guys are in, we also add our next ingredient, which is the half cup of water. Just very carefully put this in. Go ahead, do about a tablespoon or a teaspoon of ground pepper, pinch of salt, and then the recipe on A to Z World Food does not call for this. But what would a Cajun recipe be without some Cajun seasoning? And you just want a little shake of this. You don't want to overpower it. Stir that in. Oh my gosh, that smells amazing. Alright, and then we're going to let that sit for another 10 minutes to saute, okay? Alright, once it comes to a good simmer and you see your crawfish are really starting to curl up, that's when you know it's starting to get done. So we're going to add in our last ingredient, which is our parsley. We're just going to sprinkle that in there. Really good. Stir that up. Alright. It's going to simmer for a couple more minutes and then it's going to be done. And this is when we're going to put on our white rice so that it's going to be done at the same time so it can be served at roughly the same time.
And here's the completed dish. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and make sure you come back next month for more. Bye!